the world is gone, and humanity has nowhere left to go. So the last mega corporation has hired me, the smartest man left alive, to colonize an alien planet and get it ready for humanity's arrival. But we have a slight problem. You see, I lied on my resume. I am disgustingly underqualified for this position, with my only notable skills being a heavy dependency on 6 milligram coffee zins and an inability to talk to women. But even with my lack of skill and or talent, humanity is still relying on me, with the end goal being completing all 9 stages of the hub and all 5 stages of the space elevator to ensure humanity can survive on this planet safely. So, will I save humanity, or will I die repeatedly, crash out, and nuke the planet? Let's find out, shall we? So, without further ado, monkey, see do. So I land on the planet with nothing more than a taser, a chisel, and my SpongeBob tighty-whities. Truly unfortunate, but I have no time to question the lack of equipment provided, as I must establish my dominance with the local wildlife.
Alright, pussy boy, give me the 2s. And man, let me show you how we do it down under, pussy. Let me show you how we do it down under.
After asserting my dominance, I set down the hub and start collecting enough leaves to feed an obese vegan. I then turn those leaves into biomass that can then be used to fuel our biomass generators, and we can now power our first factory.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
So for obvious reasons, the first order of business will be to build a proper factory. You see, this is embarrassing, all right? Not as embarrassing as, buying a bitch's OnlyFans or, I don't know, eating at Burger King, but it is up there. And that's where I introduce a concept to you known as multi-level factories. Simply put, why have 3 separate factories when you can just stack them shits on top of each other? You see, I am an advocate for using the vertical space, as it is simply superior to horizontal. And if you disagree with that and you think horizontal is better, you probably stink, and you most definitely have the fucking cheese touch. Pretty nasty if you ask me. But regardless, we're gonna need concrete to build this clearly superior factory. So I put down a state-of-the-art concrete facility, and that allows us to start production on our multi-layered factory. Now, there's only one thing I have left to say. Jarvis, cue the music. And with that, our beautiful multi-layer factory is done, with the top floor making iron rods, plates, and nails, the second floor making rotors, smart plates, and reinforced iron plates, and the bottom floor making copper wire, copper sheets, and cable. Truly, modern art. Absolutely nothing could ruin this moment. Coal power, the next generation of power. Think of it like this. If a biomass generator is a campfire, then coal power would be comparable to coal power. I know, very riveting shit. And to unlock it, we need to put down the space elevator. And the space elevator requires, that's not quite the right word. It doesn't require, it demands you to sacrifice parts to it to continue its evolution throughout the stages of the game. But in return, it rewards you with new technology. And what we're looking for is coal power and hypertubes. And to unlock them, we need to sacrifice 50 smart plates. Luckily, I had already been making them, so we can send them up right away. And if you think 50 smart plates is a small number, that's because it is. Don't be fooled though. It's all part of the space elevator's master plan to lure you into a false sense of security and hope. So when it already demands 1,000 Auxiy output, you truly understand what it feels like to want to put a loaded weapon directly in your mouth. Fantastic time. But with that being said, let's get started on phase 2, shall we? And of course, we're going to start with coal power. And you really only need 2 things, actually, water and coal. And after locating a source of both, we do a bit of deforestation with the explosives the company gave me for Christmas. We then start extracting coal and water to force feed to our generators to achieve fully automated power. Truly a small step for mankind, yet a massive step for us. Fuck biomass generators, bro. All my homies hate biomass generators. And with that, we start production on steel and unlock what arguably could be the funniest tech this side of the Mississippi, hypertubes. Now, hypertubes are supposed to be used in a point A to point B sequence, where you enter at point A and travel to point B. But that is fucking lame, when you could literally build a cannon that shoots you at the speed of light while simultaneously causing you to shit your pants. The choice is pretty easy if you ask me. But pants shitting aside, we do have a serious problem. I'm running out of space to store my stuff, and when I asked corporate what I should do, they said I should build a warehouse where I could transport and store all my items for later use. Truly one of mankind's better inventions, so I slapped down a massive, unsupported square in the sky, fuck you Newton, put some containers down, and got everything set up. And it was at this point in the game I realized my inability to set down straight conveyor belts was starting to show itself. I truly believe someone with cerebral palsy would have done a better job, but then again, I am severely underqualified for this job, so I guess that adds up. Corporate also asked me how far along I was on stage 2 of the space elevator. Oh yeah, the space elevator. The space elevator is now demanding 1,000 smart plates, 1,000 versatile frames, and 100 automated wiring. Luckily, I had the foresight to build all these things, so another load set into low orbit, we had unlocked even more new technology. The most notable new technology we unlocked was trains and oil production, and now it's at this point in the game where the madness gets to me. Every Satisfactory player goes mad at some point. Now was just my time, and the decisions I make going forward were not mine, as the automated delusion clouding my brain had fully taken over, which led me to make one of the worst mistakes of this video. You see, I needed a new steel production factory, as what I had now was not cutting it. So instead of putting it someplace, I don't know, normal, like over there or something, I decided the best place to put it was on top of this rock. Truly an awful idea, but I was committed, I'll say that. So I built my classic floating rectangle and gathered all the materials necessary to complete setting up this factory. And while building in my deluded state, I managed to go way fucking overboard with the size of this factory, but it would come in handy later. Now, I come to you with a question. What has been fought over for the last 100 or so years? I'll save you the suspense. And no, unfortunately, it is not femboys. It's goddamn oil. And as a God-fearing American man, it was my goddamn right to get me that oil. So after taking a look where the nearest oil was, we had two options: dusty, musty-ass swamp, or the beach. I obviously chose the beach. Now, remember earlier when I said biomass generators were like campfires and that coal generators weren't, well, like coal generators? Well, oil generators are coal generators plus biomass generators that include a white monster and a goth girlfriend, bro. 10 out of 10. And as you could probably tell, that is a massive fucking upgrade all around. And we desperately needed this goddamn upgrade.
Oh, I ain't got no power, bro. This some ass. I need to go extend the coal pipe plant or something, bro. Like, I'm so dry on power. It's gross. I fucked up.
And with one oil generator being worth 4 coal generators, so I set up a humble 4-generator power plant, as I want to stay under the radar so America doesn't come and claim my shit. The world may be gone, but America is always watching. But with oil comes waste, polymer resin to be exact. There is a few ways to handle it, and the easiest way being the awesome sink that grinds down anything you feed it and turns it into company allotted tickets. You can use these to buy things such as the golden nut. That was my nickname back in high school.
Ew, why the fuck is he yellow?
And with the oil plant done, I decided to do some exploring in hopes of finding hard drives. Now, hard drives can contain some of the most useful alternative recipes in the game. Unfortunately, I never got a single useful one. So, I'll just go kill myself. Fantastic time. Moving on. The space elevator is in its 3rd stage, and it is requiring a few things: 2,500 versatile frames, 500 modular engines, and 100 adaptive control units. And I mean, surely I've been making these things like a responsible employee the whole time.
Cool. Can you give me a sec?
Alan, we are so fucked.
Why?
So in a delirious state, I decided it's best to tear up the top and bottom floor of the multi-factory to make modular engines on the top floor and make adaptive units on the bottom floor. And while those things are crafting, I decided to take a moment and look at the base and how things were shaping up, and I realized all my shit is in one spot. I had become a hermit, living in my spawn point and not truly building around the world. So in stage 4, I vow to build in different places and try to do more around the map. And to this day, I deeply regret that idea. But regardless of that obvious foreshadowing, it took about another 10 hours or so to get what we needed and sacrifice another batch of useless shit to this space elevator, unlocking tier 4. And stage 4 is what truly weeds out the men from the mentally insane. I'll give you a second or so to figure out what I am. The main focus of stage 4 was aluminum, and this was genuinely the worst experience of my life. Remember when I said I wanted to do more around the map? Well, the time is now. You see, to make aluminum, you need bauxite, or however the fuck you pronounce that shit. I'm fucking sick of trying. And the only source is on top of that mountain right there. You see what else is on top of that mountain? Fucking alpha stingers. What the fuck is that? I'm not. No, I'm good. I'm good. No, you can keep that, man. No, I'm good. You can have it, bro. I don't want it anymore. I'm good. This is a fucking factory building. This is a conveyor belt simulator game. Why the fuck is this thing here? Now, if you've never shit your pants as a grown man, you're about to find out why they invented adult diapers, because these things are a genuine abomination to God's great kingdom. But unfortunately, even with my pants soiled, I had to continue the mission of making aluminum. But of course, the first order of business is figuring out how to actually get up there. We could shoot ourselves at Mach fucking Jesus with the hypertube cannon, but regardless, we wouldn't have a way back down. And then it hit me. Train. So I set up a train station, starting at the warehouse, going up the mountain, stopping at where the aluminum factory would be, and then stopping at what would be the quartz factory down the line, and the final stop is the steel factory. So with a reliable way to get up there, we can now start production on the aluminum factory. So I'll say it once more. Jarvis, cue the music. So at the aluminum factory setup, and yet again being harassed by Satan's fucking pet.
Leave me be. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird, bro. You're weird, bro. Fuck out of here. Yeah, you get fucking stuck under them foundations. Yeah. Yeah, bitch. I don't even know if I'm hitting you at this point. Are you dead? You're fucking disgusting freak. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. You fucking deserve it. Whoever made that fucking abomination to society deserves it, bro. What the fuck is that? Fucking half health to me too? Okay, so it jumps on my dick, bounces on it, then rips it off like a fucking praying mantis. Really? Are we serious right now? We making that? This is a factory building simulation game. What are we doing with that in this game? I did not sign up. This was not in the NDA. This was not in the contract. What are we talking about? That's crazy. You're weird. You're a weird individual. Whoever was sitting in the fucking like meeting for this game, like, yeah, we need to add some creatures, you know, spice up the combat a little bit. All right, we have a few dogs, you know, we have a dog, spitters. That's cool. Hey, what if we add a fat fucking spider? Like, kill yourself, dude. That's crazy. That's insane. We had a fully operational system with the train bringing everything to the steel/aluminum factory, and we can now get started on the stage 4 space elevator. Let's take a look-see and see what it wants us to do. 500 assembly systems, 500 magnetic field generators, 250 thermal propulsion rockets, and 100 nuclear pasta. Oh, so double the fucking power grid real quick. So realistically, 2 out of the 4 items on the list are not hard to make in the slightest. However, 2 of them are the thermal propulsion rocket and nuclear pasta. Jesus Christ, have mercy on my soul. We'll skip over thermal propulsion rockets because they're not as interesting as nuclear pasta. This is a particle accelerator, and it, well, accelerates particles and slams them into each other, I think. I'm not actually going to fact check that. And to make
just 0.5 nuclear pasta a minute, we need 100 copper powder and 1 pressurized conversion cube. Just that name alone should send shivers down your spine. But humanity persists onwards, and unironically, I was actually starting to get good at this. I may be able to add more skills on my resume than just being a dickhead. And after studying nuclear physics, I had everything set up, and it was about time to pull out the oldest trick in the book. Leave my PC on and go watch Better Call Saul. And when I return, I shoot my items into low orbit just to be hit with the most ungodly sight I've ever seen.
Oh, no.
The stage 5 requirements go as followed: 1,000 nuclear pasta, 1,000 biometric sculptors, 250 AI expansion servers, and 200 ballistic warp drives. Now, I will assume you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, because you are a normal functioning member of society with an active frontal lobe. Let's fix that. And with that done, let me break it down for you.
Alan, we are so fucked.
Hope that helps, but luckily for us, there is a way to be unfucked. Summer sloops, borderline sentient beings that plant thoughts and ideas in your head like a higher life form.
Fill the rivers with blood, and let the effigies defile our temples. The sun will follow.
No, I don't think I'll be doing that. No. I don't think I will, bitch. Don't be talking like that. But besides giving you the answer to the universe, they do have other uses, the main one being upping production in your machines. You see, one summer sloop adds 1.5 the production rate at the cost of more power, maxing out at 2% production rate. Now, this is huge, and now all we have to do is run around the map and collect them. And now that we have these demon crystals, let's take a look at the laundry list of shit we need to build these absolute monstrosities of items. Alright, we are going to need the following: reanimated SAM aluminum ingots, fix-it tungsten, assembly director systems, magnetic field generators, fucking neuro quantum processor. As you can see, quite a bit of shit, not even taking into account the stuff required just to make the assembly director systems and the magnetic field generators. But regardless, I think I would genuinely rather have a stepdad beat me with a beer bottle than do this. But there is hope at the end of the tunnel. You see, a boy from the space station sent me down a letter. And you know what it said? You can do it. We're all counting on you. And this really got me pissed off, bro. Because what the fuck do you mean you're counting on me, bro? Come down here and help a motherfucker out. But regardless of that, we do have one more wall standing in front of us in saving humanity, and it's the long-tested struggle of power. You see, my power grid, in simple terms, is ass. Nothing about it, but we do have a few options to fix it. One, get rocket fuel, a straight-up upgrade to normal fuel, and can double our output. Or we're just gonna slap down a whole nother power grid and fucking Shrek Swamp and hope that works. Alright, so with that power grid down, the items are crafting, and I took some time to reflect on my journey thus far and realized this shit was not worth $3.25 an hour, dog. Why the fuck did I apply to this job? Looking back, I have died many a times, faced creatures that realistically only Satan could love, and overall just had a horrible time. You know, I really can't say much, but wow, what a journey we've been on. But it is time to come to an end. So I loaded up the space elevator with the final parts I would need to save humanity. And then we waited.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. This is like super cool, don't get me wrong, but holy shit, is this taking for fucking ever, bro? Hurry your ass up. I wanna go get some Taco Bell. Hey, y'all fuck with them Taco Bell chicken nuggets, bro. Them shits are gas. They're unrightful. They're way too good to come from fucking Taco Bell, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You're going to Taco Bell and you're getting like I feel like Taco Bell is kind of dog shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like Taco Bell is like, it's good, but it's not good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. This is taking fucking generations though. You release them a little fucking faster.
You've had all this time. You couldn't have done that earlier.
Locking in cargo.
You should have done. I already had that done, locked in, brother.
Launch in T-minus 10, 9.
What are we launching to, brother? I just colonized the whole planet for you fucking ungrateful people. Is it not good enough for you? You dirty fucking clanker. You fucking get off my planet. And with that, humanity is saved. Everyone lived happy ever after, or whatever that fucking saying is. And now I'm just stuck with a crippling alcohol addiction. $403 from the 128-hour shift I just worked. And yeah, no, I think we all learned a very valuable lesson today. You know, just let's all just stay home and crack femboys. Fuck it.